You've probably seen new video leaked from the Department of Defense showing Air Force encounters with unidentified flying objects. And Senator Marco Rubio is asking the Secretary of Defense to release a report on the sightings next month. We don't know what to expect, but we do know there's a story of a UFO crash near Cape Girardeau that still has us looking for answers. Isabel Hansen reports.
I thought, Cape Girardeau, spaceship crash and aliens? You've got to be kidding me.
You might be thinking the same thing as Paul Blake Smith right now. A UFO crash in a farm field near Cape Girardeau County? Show me the facts.
Everyone was told, do not talk about this. This is a matter of national security. It didn't happen.
So did or did it not happen? Let's start with what Smith, born in Cape Girardeau, found out during his years of research.
Getting hard evidence for this has been like trying to nail JELL-O to the wall. It's very frustrating.
He tells me the crash allegedly happened late April 1941. From what Smith uncovered, he says the UFO went down in a field possibly near this one, somewhere west of the Cape Girardeau Airport between Cape and Chaffee. His main source for the crash details, the granddaughter of this man, Pastor William G. Huffman. She says someone asked her grandfather to come to the scene to pray for the victims of a plane crash.
When he got there, he got the shock of his life. There was no cylindrical airplane with wings or propellers. There was a round silver disc that was broken open. And there was debris, metallic shards in the field that had set fire to the field.
Here's a sketch Pastor Huffman's granddaughter drew of a picture Smith says she saw of the alleged 3 victims.
One of them was apparently still alive, still breathing, as Reverend Huffman knelt over this creature. And they were about 3.5 to 4 feet tall, your typical grays as we would call them today, with big black eyes and long, thin arms and legs. And the creature expired in front of him.
Smith tells me the U.S. military eventually arrived at the crash site, forced everyone to secrecy, and took all the evidence.
Ever since, it's a big mystery. Where did they take the physical evidence, the bodies, the debris, and the crashed vehicle that was cracked open, which Reverend Huffman said had little gauges on a kind of instrument panel and tiny little seats, and some hieroglyphic writing on a silver band inside the cockpit. He couldn't make it out. He thought it was very mysterious.
With the facts still up in the air, we did some digging ourselves. After reaching out to the FBI, officials responded saying, quote, "We were unable to identify records responsive to your request." And the Air Force gave us a similar response. They, quote, "researched their files and found no documentation concerning this event." Air Force officials also say, quote, "A review of the histories for the Air Corps Training Detachment at sites in Missouri was undertaken. Regrettably, no mention was found in the official unit histories regarding such an incident."
The Cape Girardeau story should be a big bombshell story that got squelched.
What do you say to the skeptics out there?
I understand your skepticism. I come from a rather cynical family myself. We all want to see the absolute hard proof, but it was taken away and people were sworn to secrecy.
I also asked Smith if he thinks any information about the crash will be released next month in the requested report from the Director of National Intelligence and Secretary of Defense.
I'm a little pessimistic. The government has covered this up for about 80 years. I don't see them suddenly reporting to Congress and the American people, but others feel that yes, disclosure is coming.
So, did a UFO crash in 1941 near Cape Girardeau? It all depends on what you believe, but Smith says it doesn't need to stay that way.
It really should have put Cape Girardeau on the map. And to this day, it could, if someone would just come up with that physical evidence, you know, a piece of metal, even a small one. We sure encourage you to come out and help prove this story once and for all.
Isabel Hansen, Live Local Now, Heartland News.
Smith wrote 2 books about the alleged crash. They're called Mo 41, The Bombshell Before Roswell, and President Eisenhower's Close Encounters.